Maybe we should address the situation.
First.
Yeah, what are we doing in your bedroom, Beck? You tell us. What are we doing in your bedroom? Remember that you're going to have to talk into the mic. It can't go out here.
I never talk about like this anyway. Do I?
Sometimes.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to get comfy, not going to lie. Nah.
It's a pillow type mattress, so it should be comfy.
I love it. What are we, why are we here?
We're here because...
Keep going, I'm just checking this.
My medical issues decided to take a turn. Instead of going to my doctor's on Monday for a cortisone shot for a bad back, the universe decided to throw in a couple of other things, and I had a seizure on...
So casual. And I had a seizure on Sunday
what they believe
evening.
to be, seizure, Sunday night. And, went to hospital.
So let me tell you from my point of, like, my... Let me start from my side and then... Right, because there's two sides to every story.
In case it's a lie.
It's not a lie. But crack it open like... Oh, that was very clever.
The brain doesn't get used a lot.
Yeah, that's why I have seizures. So it's 1:50 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. I'm expecting Beck at my house at 2 p.m. I check her... did you see the messages I sent you? Yeah, you did, because you obviously then called me.
Yeah.
I check her...
I can't remember vividly that much.
I check her location, and she's still at home at this address where we are at the moment. And last time we were going to film, she fell asleep and her alarm didn't wake her up. She took a nap, a little nana nap. So I messaged her and I was like, have you fallen asleep? And then I call her, she doesn't answer. 5 minutes go by, I text her back and I'm like, shit, you've fallen asleep. Like, that's what,
I kind of wish that was the case.
2:30 rolls around and she calls me and she's like hysterical. She's like, I don't feel good. I have a sore back. I'm really ouchy. Made it sound like you were Austin because that's what he says. I'm really ouchy. No, you didn't.
Oh.
But like, I've got a sore back.
I was having a pity party.
She was really like not well, and she's like, and like, what else did you say? Or do I wait for him to leave?
Maybe just wait.
Maybe just wait. I'll circle back. Right?
But when I'm sick, I like to have a bit of attention.
Yeah,
Not
so
the
do
worst
I.
way, but
I'm the same.
also, to be fair, not attention. I don't need everybody sitting next to me all the time when I'm sick. That's not the case. But this time, I actually didn't feel okay.
Yeah.
Not knowing what was about to happen, though.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel okay, and I was just thinking, something happens, I need someone to be here, to the point where even if I fell asleep and they thought she's asleep and they crept out, that even still didn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
Unbeknown at the time what was about to come out of that.
So then I'm like, I grabbed my keys and I'm like, I'm heading over. Tay was with Austin. I couldn't stay for long because Tay was going to the Matildas game that night, so I had to be home with Austin. So I came over and she's like actually right where I'm sitting right now, curled up in a little ball. And she's like, just like this. And I like stroke her head and I'm like, are you right? And she goes, no, I'm just in so much pain. And Annabelle was here and she helped, she gave...
Can I just say,
Yeah.
you done the most kindest thing ever. Nobody thought to do this. Not even I thought to do this. Quickly got the iPad set up, logged into like a Stan or Netflix, I can't remember.
Stan.
Yeah, put it on the side
Did you end up
there.
watching it? No, probably
No.
not. No, because you're that far.
No, I tried to doze off and I put what I usually fall asleep to, acoustic cafe guitars.
Oh, yeah.
And so I put that on to try and doze off a bit because I was tired from
Yeah.
like crying and being in pain.
being in pain.
But nobody thought to do it, even me. And I was like, oh, that's so kind.
Well, you also had Panadine 4. What did you have? Panadine 4?
Neuromol.
I thought you had something stronger. And I was like, it's not going to do anything if you haven't eaten. So I
She
made her
came and
something to
made
eat.
a little lunch. Sorry.
A little lunch for her, and then I set up the iPad so she could watch her comfort show, which is now my comfort show. And then I was like, look, I can't stay for long, whatever. And I was like, I'm going to head out, but like Annabelle's here to take care of you because let's be real, I think Chris is gone. Chris gone? Check his location and then I can tell the story. Huh? Oh, he's not on your live 360? I need Chris to be gone so I could tell this part of the story. Is he gone? Is he gone? Okay. Well, Beck... I just heard a man's voice, but it's Jermaine.
I'm going to shut this because we've got to move it.
Hi, Jermaine. Yeah, good to fucking see you too.
He's gone.
Anyway, so I'm going to tell this part of the story now. Grab the mic.
Don't completely bad him.
No, because I love him. I love Chris. He just didn't do the best of this situation. He just didn't handle the situation the best way possible. Beck said, because she was obviously feeling sorry for herself, she goes, I just need you to come and spend time with me and hold my hand. Or he didn't, I don't think he said hold my hand, but just come and spend some time with me. And he sat on the other end of the bed and just
No, I actually said to my husband, hold my hand, because he knows that whenever we go to sleep, or whenever I'm sitting like side by side, I just have to be like touching his feet or holding his hand, but more so hold my hand so I know he's paying attention.
Yeah.
I didn't feel well.
And being attentive. And he just like sat there on his phone. And Beck was like...
I was more frustrated because I didn't.
She was really pissed at him. Anyways, so I came over, did the thing.
We almost didn't make our anniversary.
Almost. You almost had a divorce before today. That would have been nuts. So I left, and then a little while goes by, and I go. It was like, what time was it? I can't even check. Can I check your messages with me, because mine's filming us? So, what time was it when I said to you? No, that's when you were at the hospital already. Here we go. I messaged you at... I knew it was late. It was like 7:40, 7:38. Are you okay? And she responds, no. Right? And then I call. So I call back and I'm like, what's going on? You okay? And she is like, lights are on, no one is home. She's like...
You're allowed to talk to them.
Yeah, you're like this. You're like... Oh, it's fine. It's okay. Like, not even exaggerating. That's exactly what you sounded like.
I'm beginning to wonder if it would have been after then that I've told my husband I'm not okay.
It was. I remember. So I'll tell you my side of the story. I'll tell you my side of the story, right? So you're like, I said, are you with Chris? And you were like, Chris is here next to me. So I'm like, okay. And you're talking to me, and then all of a sudden you just stop talking to me. And I'm like, Beck? Hello, Beck. So then a few minutes go by and I hung up because you weren't talking to me. So I called Georgia and I'm like, George, go in and check on mum. She was just on the phone to me, trying not to fucking make her panic. She was just on the phone to me, but then she stopped talking. So she comes in and she goes, and I hear her say, Dad, is mum okay?
That's funny that even me being on the phone to you has not even prompted my husband like, something's not okay.
So George was like, it just looks like she's sleeping. And I'm like, that's fine. Sleeping is fine. However, she was just talking to me and now she's not. Like, no one just falls asleep that fucking fast within minutes to be able to be not responsive. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't say that to her because I didn't want her to panic. And she goes, I don't want to get too close to mum. I'm scared. I'm like, that's okay. Just ask Dad for me what her blood pressure was. And he says to me, 130 over 105. And I'm like, Chris, that's insanely high. That's insanely high. She needs an ambulance. And then he goes...
But to be fair, I'm not, it is high, but because I've suffered high blood pressure.
Yeah.
High is not dangerously high.
Yeah.
That high is okay for somebody with high blood pressure. Not for someone like you who doesn't have high blood pressure.
That's true. But I didn't realise... I didn't really think of that.
No,
I just heard
but
about high pressure.
at that point, you should be keeping an eye on me anyway.
Yeah. And that's when you
Especially
said...
for someone who's got high blood
in
pressure.
that moment is when you said, Chris, I don't feel well.
I don't know how
I was on the
remember
phone to Georgia.
Oh, was you?
When you said, I don't feel well.
I
And then
remember thinking
Georgia
it's
panicked.
imperative that I tell my husband, and I was trying to like touch him. It was imperative that I touched him, and it feels like now. I told the ambulance after the next day, not the ambulance, the doctor. It felt like it was really delayed and slow,
Yeah.
but at the same time quick.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't quick enough for me, as slow as I was like watching it.
Yeah, it felt like an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was trying to like I don't feel okay.
Yeah.
I remember trying to, and I don't even know how much of that I got out because he then
Well-
says that I mumbled, which prompted him to be like, "What?" And because I've tried to like reach out to him, he's like, "What?" And then that's when he said I became unresponsive.
Yeah.
And then he's like freaked out.
So that's when I was on the phone to Georgia that whole time.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
So and Georgia goes, Izzy, I've got to go. Mum doesn't feel okay. And then she goes, I've got to go. I'm going to go talk to my friends because they make me feel better.
Yeah, she does that a lot.
Yeah. So she's like, I was like, that's okay, babe. I'll talk to you later. Let me know how you go. And then I get off the phone and I'm sitting there like with my dick in my hands, like, what do I do from here?
Mind you, my husband called the ambulance, obviously, and didn't tell nobody in the house that the ambulance were called.
So I messaged Chris and I said, I think you need to call an ambulance. He didn't respond. He opened it and didn't respond. I don't know.
Georgia said he'd called the ambulance because obviously she heard him on the phone.
Yeah.
Didn't notify the others because everybody was in their room.
Yeah.
Annabelle said all she heard was Chris saying, "Get the dogs outside," obviously because the ambulance people are coming. She didn't know why though.
Yeah.
Georgia showed me a video. She goes, and I remember Dad pacing the house. Like he was like pacing the hallway. She said, I heard Dad saying, Rebecca, stay with me, Rebecca. And then trying to wake me. So she said what panicked her more
was Dad
panicking.
Yeah.
So
because he doesn't panic.
And mind you, the ambulance said, just to let you know, your household was very calm. And I was like, oh, that'd be about bloody right. Thank God. But not what Georgia showed me earlier. Georgia
and they don't know who these people are. So they don't.
And Georgia was like pacing the house. Chris was pacing the house up and down here.
Yeah, right.
Like, where's the ambulance? As he's on the phone. Where
so then, I don't know what time it was. It might have been like 8:30. Annabelle messages me and she goes, hey, just giving you an update. They've taken back, like, oh, actually, no. Jermaine calls me on Facebook. Facebook Messenger. Jermaine calls me and he goes, all right, so they've taken Mum to the ambulance and what's happened is, and I just heard Annabelle go, oh, fucking hopeless. Takes the phone off him and then she starts talking to me and then she texted me and then we were chatting back and forth about keeping us updated and stuff.
So, yeah.
But I was on the phone when that happened, when you said to Chris, I don't feel well.
Oh, okay.
To Georgia.
Yeah, no, I didn't know.
Yeah.
All I remember is trying to say that, and I don't remember the phone call, but I remember trying to say it to my husband. I think I was trying to be like, and for all I know, that could have been like my last bit of energy.
Yeah.
Like, and it was imperative that he knew because he was there. And then I remember waking up in the back of the ambulance, and they said this was 40 minutes later for me.
From
passing
Chris
out
calling,
unconscious, So apparently it happened, and like within a minute or two, he'd obviously called the ambulance, and they had came, and from the time he called to the time they'd got me in the back of the ambulance was like 40 minutes.
Crazy.
And I remember one of the paramedics.
And Annabelle told me that you were a bit panicky in the back of the ambulance.
Yeah, because I remember just
like, what the fuck?
I remember just like waking up like I'd woken up out of a coma or something. And I just had all these cords. I mean, the ambulance, last thing I knew, I was in bed with a sore back. Next minute, I actually thought I died. I remember saying, like, did I die? What happened? Like, freaking out, crying.
Wow.
Where's my husband? That's the first thing I said. I remember saying, where's my husband? What's happening? What's going on? And I'm, like, pulling the cords. It's like, it's okay. I'd had an IV drip in. And he's like, stop. So he's trying to, like, hold everything so I don't pull it all out. And it just took me, like, forever to, like, wrap my head around what the fuck was going on. Anyway, he was like, yeah. And I was like, where's my husband? Like, you know, like a little kid with their parent. I'm like, where's my husband?
Where's my mum? Where's my dad?
Yeah. And he was in the car ready to follow the ambulance, obviously.
Yeah.
And so they've had to, I remember seeing Jermaine and Annabelle's face.
Yeah.
George was obviously still in the house. They had quickly went and got Chris out of the car. I remember seeing him like, it's okay, you're in the ambulance, blah, blah, this is what's happened.
Yeah.
One of the paramedics said, oh, if you've got a bruised chest, it's me trying to, they do that to try and wake you up. And I'm like, that's the least of my worries right now. And I still didn't even have a bruised chest, so that was okay.
That's good.
But apparently they carried me out on a sheet or something, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Which was a bit hard because of the angle of this. So they had to, George was saying they had to get me out of here, move me into her room by my head first, come back out here with my feet, and then move me back out the door because the way the walls are, it's not like fully open. So again,
that would have been tricky for them.
But yeah, so that was that. So no recollection of that, and done a few tests that night. I got my total in the
Spent
hospital.
the night.
Spent the night there, and in the morning they ran a few more tests, and yesterday I ended up going for an EEG. Takes about 2 weeks for results to come back. and I've been ringing around all yesterday today for a neurologist because I actually can't drive till I'm cleared by a neurologist.
Which is why I'm here, because she couldn't come to the normal pod space.
Yeah, so the pod's got to come to
Hang
me,
on a
which
minute.
I've got nothing else to do at this point.
Hang on, stop. I don't know why that stopped. I hope it's not because of lack of storage, but we just lost a few moments. Yeah, you can't drive, so I had to come to you.
I've got nothing else to do. All I can do at this point is sit on my hands.
Yep.
But it's so funny because they say, yeah, just take a couple of days off, rest first, and then organise everything. Everything's on time limit. Haven't got the time. I've got to be cleared to drive. So luckily I called the EEG as soon as I left the hospital.
Yeah.
Got that done. Ringing around for a neurologist. And today I've got to go for a CT scan. It's meant to be tomorrow, but I'm going to sit there and wait for a CT scan today because I need to know that when
it's a bit glitchy. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. There's just like you can't relax because you got to book everything and
try
be on a waiting list.
Yeah, and try not to stress.
Because stress makes your high blood pressure worse.
Yeah, and already my heart beats around like 129 beats per minute. Even for the morning, it's 111.
And you're having coffees. You shouldn't be having coffees.
It was before I had a coffee.
Yeah.
Even. So, that's fun.
Well.
And obviously we don't know the trigger, so. But anyway, we'll find out soon enough what's going on. And hopefully it's a one-off. And I get cleared to drive again. Because it's fucking horrible.
I have my theories about what happened, but I'm not a specialist, so...
What do you think?
I think you had an immense amount of back pain, which caused a panic attack, which caused your blood pressure to spike.
But my blood pressure spiked before I panicked about it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because I checked it and I said I don't feel. Then I said I don't feel well. I remember that.
I thought it was the other way around.
No, that didn't cause me to check. There was no way I would have been able to check my blood pressure under that circumstances.
Yeah.
So I checked it first. I said I feel dizzy. I don't feel okay then. And that's what prompted me to check
maybe there was
my
no
blood
panic
pressure.
attack well, maybe the panic attack didn't make a difference, but maybe the pain that you were in caused your blood pressure to spike.
Possibly.
And
because
then that's
I remember
what caused
thinking
the seizure.
something's not right. Pass me the blood, get me the blood pressure
machine.
And that's how I knew it had spiked. And I had to check it again half an hour later. I chose to check it again half an hour later. But I had to obviously calm down beforehand. Because that, with the high blood pressure, I knew I was panicking again. Something doesn't feel right. Is it the blood pressure? Like there was nothing indicating to me something was going to happen at the time. I just had, and I kept telling the doctor, it was just like an impending feeling of doom. It wasn't even anxiety. It was just some sort of doom, like something's not okay, but I wasn't anxious about it, sort of thing, if that makes sense.
It's crazy. I would be so anxious.
Well, I was trying to stay calm because the anxiety's not going to make it any better. It's going to make it worse.
Yeah.
And be knowing what the result was going to be for it, but anyway, that's that. Maybe
But we stand alive today.
We do, thank God.
Another day with Rebecca in the world. Great.
Yeah. And that's when I thought, well, I've got time off to just sit here and I can't move, I can't get around because everybody's busy and living their best life. I've just got to fucking sit on my hands. So I said, well, if you can... No, not living their best life. Well, people are living their best life. They're not putting their life on hold for me. I'm just one person. Really.
You're an important person.
I'm an important person, yeah, but I'm not... What am I going to do? I'm not saying, can you take me shopping with you? I'm just literally going to sit on my hands unless I actually need to be driven somewhere.
Yeah.
So, which probably isn't a bad thing. Yeah, I've just got to sit on my hands. And so...
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah, bring the podcast here. I've got nothing else to do.
Well, yeah.
I'm just ringing around for appointments and everything at the moment. I could take a break. Might as well talk about it and get it off my chest and
Austin's
stress
at
less.
daycare today, so
It works
Wednesday
for us.
worked out well.
Yeah, otherwise we would be having nothing to release.
That's
tomorrow.
right. And I was prepared to just skip a week because, like, what do you do? I was prepared to be like, if there's nothing to... We can't record an episode, we can't record an episode. And it is what it is.
Yeah, well, we made it work. We always do.
Yeah. We
Even
always
if we had
scrape
to do
by.
It by the hospital bed.
We always scrape by. We always make it work.
Yeah, we do. So what's been happening in your world? Let's go to you.
I went and saw Bad Bunny.
Oh, sorry. That was very rude of me.
A little bit, but it's okay. I'll let it slide.
As I said that, I looked at my phone. I was thinking,
So what's going on in your world? Who's messaging me?
No, I was just
That's what you
reading my
did, though.
husband's message. I know I did, and as soon as I'd done it, I couldn't like go back.
Couldn't stop.
Yeah, I couldn't stop, and I was like, oh well, let's just take.
You just
accountability.
commit.
Just take accountability at this point. I know it's wrong. I'm going to keep going though, but I'm apologise in the meantime.
It's fine. Flip that cut over. It's fine. No, I went and saw Bad Bunny, and
Yes, you did.
and it was a life-changing experience. However, leading up to the life-changing experience was not fun.
What happened? Well,
So-
I know what happened, but for the rest of
So the night before was one of my very good friends' hens nights,
Oh yes.
and she's like me. She's not a big drinker. In bed by 9 o'clock usually, like, but it's her hens, right?
Yeah.
So she went a little bit harder than usual.
As you do.
But still not hard enough to warrant vomiting blood the next day.
Shit. Yeah.
Like she
Pretty
did
severe.
not. She maybe had like 5 drinks max, which admittedly, sorry.
That's great for a hen.
Well, she's like me. We don't drink. We call her Grandma Rosie for a reason. Literally, like she's just not. It's not something that we're interested in doing, and 5 drinks for her wasn't enough to make her feel happy and have a good night. But for some, for no reason, as far as we're aware, she was vomiting blood the next day.
Sorry, off topic. Thanks for the blueberry bacon.
Oh, that's fine.
All I can say is you're lucky you married at this point.
Why? Because you'd marry me.
Possibly. You got your license now, so.
Oh, is that was that the deal breaker?
No, it was never a deal breaker. I've got my license. Helps now. that
Yeah, but
I'm
who's
driving.
not driving at the moment?
Okay, yeah.
And anyway, Rosie, bless her, she couldn't get her shit together. And not her fault. Obviously, she was physically very unwell. She was sick. She was vomiting. And I tried to get someone to buy the ticket to come with me.
I'm surprised you weren't able to get that.
Me too.
sold, to be honest.
Me too. I think it's because a lot of the Latinos... It's crackling again. A lot of the Latinos went the night before.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so... And it was a Sunday night that I was going. So,
Yeah,
like...
people are probably trying to get ready for work and whatnot. So if you haven't prepared yourself for the next day.
That's my theory anyway. But I couldn't get
that
someone
would
to
make
buy the
sense.
ticket, which is fine. But then I went, but I did a lot of crying beforehand.
I was going to say, I would have definitely cried, and chance
did.
I probably would have cancelled.
I wanted to, but also I don't go to concerts ever unless it's someone that is going to change my life.
Yeah.
Because I can't handle the post-concert autistic meltdown. So if I'm going to be spending 2-3 hours in a crowded space with loud noises and people surrounded by people I don't know, and obviously with someone I do know who's going to the concert with me, beside the point, and spending maybe $200, $300 on a ticket, it's got to be someone.
You also got a room in there too, didn't you?
Sorry, I had a hotel.
Yeah, because you had Mardi Gras.
Yeah, because Mardi Gras, which was
Yeah.
the night before, was Rosie's hens as well. She had her Mardi Gras
So
night.
you had a pretty eventful, stimulated
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah. So, yeah, I don't go to concerts. Like, put it this way, I went to Taylor Swift. I went to Bad Bunny, and it's gonna have to be someone insane. I couldn't even go to Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
I love Ed Sheeran. I love that man. I love his music, but it's not worth spending the money
For the meltdown.
for the meltdown afterwards. If I'm gonna have that meltdown, I want it to be for someone that is like Taylor Swift and Bad
Yeah.
Bunny to me.
That would be great for you. I can
Do you know what I mean? So like I was gonna cancel, and I was texting Taylor, and I was like, I'm not gonna go. I even
I
got,
definitely would have spiraled.
I did spiral,
Yes.
and I even got to the arena, found my spot, sat down, and was there sitting for an hour before it started because I got there so early. And I was like, I'm not going to go. I'm just going to leave. I'm going to leave. I'm going to get up and go. Yep.
Yeah.
And Taylor was like, don't you dare. Like, you've been waiting for this for months. I know you've been looking forward to seeing him for months and months and months. And I'm glad I stayed. And then it turns out the girl sitting next to me and the girl sitting on the other side of her also both came on their own.
So they purchased the tickets knowing it was just them.
Yeah.
Wow. You purchased it with someone else.
And then obviously Rosie got sick. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
that was very bold of them. Do they do that usually, or I mean, did that conversation come up?
Yeah, the girl on the further side said that she bought them kind of last minute on Tixel. You know how like they're selling tickets last minute. That's what she said. She was like, I just bought it last minute and like because I really wanted to come. And then the other girl was like, oh no, I've been a Bad Bunny fan since like the beginning of his career. So and she was Italian, so I don't actually know if she lives here, if she was here on holiday, if she was here on a visa. I don't actually know. But she was like, no questions asked, I was going to be here. And I don't have anyone to come with.
Banding together.
Yeah, they were both really lovely, like lovely girls.
The universe lined that one up well, didn't it?
Yeah. But I did have, it was like a double-edged sword for me because on one part I was just very anxious because I wanted to like celebrate this and had been, celebrate this moment with my friend who likes the same artist as me.
Yeah.
And Rosie's not Latina
And there's something different about having a friend there, whether they understand it or not. Like, you can just completely let loose.
Yes.
Not that you can't when you're by yourself, because a lot of people think, well, nobody knows you, so you can anyway.
Yes.
But it's not the same.
It's not the same.
No, because there's still that little bit of judgment you feel.
Well, like...
At least with your friend, that's still a safe barrier.
Yeah.
Judgment.
Like if we're being crazy together... Yeah. If we're being crazy, at least we're being crazy together. Yeah. I'm not being crazy on my own.
I'm unhinged sometimes, but I probably wouldn't be unhinged on my own.
Yeah, okay.
I need someone with me.
Yeah, same. Me too. So, and the other part of that was that I just really struggle, and I'll get into it later more, but I really struggle when my plans have changed from an autistic perspective, and I don't cope
my
well.
Kim knows that. She prepares me. I have time for this.
Yeah, no, it's true though, because like the plans changed last minute, and I spiraled. I fully spiraled. And
I was even saying to Annabelle, do you want to go? All you just want to do is drive and just sit and meet with her. And
Annabelle?
Because I'm thinking she needs someone.
Aww.
And Annabelle's crazy. If you get her in the right mood, she's a vibe and a half.
Aww.
And she's like, yeah, but it's Sunday and I've got work tomorrow. Like,
everyone felt that, I think.
And I'm like, yeah, true, that's true. Okay, if I didn't have work,
that's so nice that you were trying to G Annabelle up to come.
Like, I know I would spiral. So I know that feeling.
Yeah.
And it's out of your control. Your friend didn't just be like, yeah, no, I'm not coming.
No, she was sick. Yeah.
Control, so,
and what I really love about...
You couldn't even be angry.
Nah.
Like if they...
I couldn't be like, fuck you, Rosie.
Yeah, you could have converted that anger.
No.
But you couldn't.
I can't because it's not... She didn't do it on purpose. She didn't do anything to me, like, to hurt me. But what I really appreciate and, like, I talk about often is that Rosie then, like... The next day I drove to her house because I got her a shirt. I got her a Bad Bunny shirt and like a merch thing. And I was like, well, obviously she couldn't come. So I'm obviously going to go take it to her. Like, cool. And she gave me like a really big hug and was like, I really know how much that you would have struggled with that last minute change of plan. And I'm really sorry. And I was like, first of all, you don't need to be sorry, but I do appreciate that you acknowledged how hard that was for me.
That was good.
Even though you were the one with your head in the fucking toilet and running to the emergency room. Did she end up finding
what had happened?
No.
She went to hospital?
She went to hospital, and apparently it was a damaged esophagus from vomiting.
Yeah, that's why the blood.
That's where the blood was, but still don't know why she was vomiting to begin with because she didn't even have that much to drink. And
they're not really going to get that far into it. They're going to be like, well, there's blood, and that's why.
Yep.
Tick, discharge, see you later.
See ya. Yeah. So
they need the beds.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
But in the end, like, I really valued that she said that to me, that she was like, I know how shitty that would have been for you.
Yeah. And if she never said that, you wouldn't have been fazed.
No.
The fact that
but she acknowledged it.
Yeah. That makes it that much better.
And it's like, I am I'm so blessed that I'm surrounded by either other neurodivergent people or neuroaffirming people. So, like, you are one of my closest mates. You're neurodivergent. But then I have other friends in my life that even if they're not neurodivergent and they don't have that lived experience, like they know me enough to know, like...
That's my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
But actually both of them, Ali and Kim. They know what would throw me.
Yeah.
And so they try to manage me, and I'm not even mad, and I hate being you know what I mean? Like to work me for them and vice versa. Yeah. And I say to them, all you've got to do is do this. And I know how I work. So I tell you how it works for me without in a bossy way. And so Kim knows if the plans change. First thing she says is, has anybody told Beck? Okay. we
Has
should
anyone
probably
told
tell
Beck?
her
Yeah.
what's happening to give her time to adjust?
Yeah.
And that makes all the fucking difference. And I know she goes out of her way to do that because she's spare of the moment. She can wake up and be like, let's go run up the dunes.
Yeah.
And then I've got all my day prepared, what I'm taking, what I'm going to bring for the weather, blah, blah. And then she can just turn around and be like, no, we're going to the snow now. And that's all good. And she hasn't even got any snow gear. Like, she'll go and find it to get there.
Last
I'm
minute.
like, sorry?
What's
That's
going
going to take
on?
me fucking 3 months to organise snow gear. Like, what do you fucking mean?
Yeah. I'm the same.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I have gotten better at like thinking on my feet and like working it out as I go. However,
If I have to change plans quickly, I can think on my feet.
if you have to.
Like, if plans change and I've got to, like, quickly divert something, like, if plans change, I can think on my feet. It's like subconsciously,
Well,
I know.
I'm the best person in emergency.
Yeah.
I am the best person
But
in
if somebody
emergency.
else was to change my plans, because I don't know what's happening.
Correct.
Yeah.
But that being said, right now, if you were to have another seizure, I'm the best person. I am the best person for you to be with.
Okay.
Because I know how to take care of an emergency. I am able to set aside my emotions. Not that I don't love you.
No, but to work on the
But
plan.
I wouldn't sit there and go, oh my God,
Yeah,
Beck.
yeah.
I'd
To
go,
work on
okay,
the plan
Beck's had another seizure.
and then
This is what
get
we're
your
meant to
shit
do.
together
This is
after.
what I'm supposed to do now. This is how I take care of this situation
Yeah.
right now. And it's happened before. I've administered EpiPens to strangers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fully.
Yeah. Well, when Georgia had seizures, Chris had seen 2 at the time. I'd seen 1.
Yeah.
I literally thought she was dying. I was all over.
Yeah, it's all
I
over.
was like, oh my God, she's dying. Because her breathing was laboured. And he's like, she's not fucking dying.
Relax. Yeah.
He was able to put it all aside. I was
Yeah.
just like, my baby.
Yeah.
Because they become limp and unresponsive.
Yeah.
And the body feels like it's dying. And I actually thought, she's fucking dead.
Yeah.
It wasn't for the ambulance on the other end. Like, it's okay. Keep talking. She can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm great in an emergency, but I'm not great when things like this happen. When I had, especially because I had been like,
But that's what I mean.
planning
You've
this
gotta
and
think on
mentally
your feet now,
preparing.
like, you've
Yeah.
got to do this. But when the
I
mental
do
preparing-
think that I have gotten better, as I said, gotten better in these situations to think on my feet, like at the concert. However, I think
Do you think it's gotten better since you've had Austin? Because
no, Austin's been unrelated.
okay,
Yeah.
I just thought with a kid, you know how plans can change.
Yeah.
you plan to do this, but it all just fucks around
Yes,
at the last minute. So you have to be
absolutely.
like, right.
I
where do we
actually
go with
think
this?
it's gotten better just through years of having friendships with people
Yeah.
and relationships with people, different kinds of relationships, like friendships, workplace relationships, you know what I mean? But I do now, upon reflection, I actually think maybe it's got something to do with accommodating
Yeah.
for
very
other
big.
people.
Yeah.
And like not, and feeling like, like in that moment, what I said to Rosie, which is what I felt too, was what's most important is your health. And I said that and I meant it with my whole chest, and I love her, obviously. However, I said that, I put the phone down and then I cried.
Yeah.
So like realistically, what's most
It's still going
important?
to throw you off,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, there's no malice in it.
No, absolutely
not.
not. But
Yeah.
I said it, and then it was like I don't even explain it. But essentially,
You can say with anything, in Rosie's situation, in a shittier situation, in a situation that was on purpose, you can throw
Yeah.
a plate and smash it, but you can sticky tape it, but it's never going to be the same again.
No.
Sort of thing. But so in that sense, it wasn't going to make your day any better because there was no malice in it. It still
Yeah.
spiraled you. It just meant it was out of her control. And there was no anger. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, you couldn't be like, no, fuck you, and then convert your anger to that.
no, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I couldn't.
Because I think that would have made it easier.
A little bit.
Because I
Maybe.
find that anger's great.
Yeah.
Like, well, fuck you, I'll move this fridge in the house myself. And I can't even
I'll go
fuck
and
my
have a
little
great
water
time at the
bottle.
concert on my own. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah. But
Better
I couldn't
than,
even be
"Aw."
angry because I was like,
You couldn't play
this
the
is
damsel in
not
distress.
anyone's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could. Yeah. This is not anyone's fault. It just happened this
But the
way.
spiraling is real.
Yes,
completely real, yeah.
I spiraled quite deeply, heavily, and drastically.
But again, I'm very glad you made it.
Yeah.
You shook your ass out there, popped your pussy.
I popped my pussy so much. And I love that man. Did you see what I posted on my story that I wrote, I nearly threw this man a pair of my knickers.
Yeah.
I didn't. And especially because I'm not,
My thing was, how are you going to get them off? Not how you're going to get them off, obviously I know how you're going to get them off, but Were you just going to be like, strip down your pants? Or did the thought actually be like, I don't know.
Don't know. I hadn't thought that far ahead. I was just, no, do you
If
know
I
what?
could, I would have thrown him a pair of my knickers.
I love him so much that it's not even a like romantic sexual thing. It's
You had
I
that
wanna-
same relationship with Ricky Martin too, though, yeah?
Ricky Martin's very different. I grew up listening to Ricky Martin. Ricky Martin feels like a tío, like a family member, like an uncle that low key a little bit raised me through this, you know, through the old boom box. You know what I mean? Like, and like the CD player in the living room connected to the speakers that sat underneath the TV. You know what I mean? Like, Ricky Martin feels like an
Did
uncle.
your parents play him?
Fucking oath. My whole family did. We all did.
Was that the music played when they were cleaning the house?
Yeah. Yeah, and then
When you said it feels like an uncle,
Santana.
I'm like,
Do you remember Santana?
Yeah, I love Santana.
Yeah, my
love
mum loves
Santana,
Santana as well. Yeah.
Look at me, I'm very cultured.
Ooh, she's flavored. She's got some seasoning. And yeah, it's typically different. With Bad Bunny, you know what it is? I wanna treat him like I treat Austin.
Oh, yeah.
I want to tuck him into bed. I want to kiss his forehead. And I want to say, good night, baby. I love you.
Nice.
I want to wipe his nose like I wipe Austin's.
Because it was a very big thing for the Spanish community.
The Latino community. Yeah, Spanish speakers. Yeah. Humongous. Like,
Well, I think I
life-changing.
read on a lot of people's... I just got goosebumps. I read on a lot of people's pages that seen him. This was like a big thing because he sang the whole thing in Spanish, yeah?
He didn't
didn't
say
think
anything
in English.
In
And I wonder... And there would have been a fair few people there that didn't even understand a word he was
Fucking
saying.
oath.
And the music just would have been going ballistic.
So he said one thing in English, and he said it all in Spanish, and then tried to translate one sentence.
Can he speak English?
Very poorly.
Okay.
Not very good.
Wow.
Well, I shouldn't say very poorly. Just it's not
Great.
not great. He probably speaks as much English as like my like abuela.
Yeah.
You've spoken to abuela,
Yeah.
right? And he said everything in Spanish and then tried to translate a sentence in English and got halfway and was like, I can't translate that. That's too hard. Fuck this.
Yeah.
And then just said everything else in
That's
Spanish.
like a lot of languages. To translate in English, like a lot of Arabic language, sounds different, and it will translate in Arabic to what a donkey you are. Or
Yeah.
go ride your donkey back into the village, whatever, and it completely means like
Something
same thing, but
different. Yeah.
in English. So
Yeah.
English speakers aren't going to wrap their head around
He
it.
said, he was like, if you don't leave here tonight without, and then he stopped and he meant to say like, so perreo or perreando is a Puerto Rican version of like twerking.
Okay.
It looks a little bit different, but twerking is like the closest thing
Is that slang? Because I can't imagine your parents would have used that word.
It's a Puerto Rican word.
Oh, okay.
So my family didn't even grow up saying it.
Yeah,
It's a Puerto Rican word, right? And he's Puerto Rican. And he goes, if you do not leave here without perreo, I was going to say twerk, pero that's not the same. It's something different. And then he just went, I can't translate this. Fuck this. Like, yeah.
What does it mean for you? Because I know a lot of the Spanish community. What does it mean for you to have somebody sing in the whole of like your first language?
Oh my God. I think especially
The
someone so
validity
popular,
and singing.
I think that my parents and maybe even generations before and like some in between generations had something similar when Shakira and Jennifer Lopez hit the stages.
They sang in English still.
They did. And that's what I was
It
about
just
to
meant
say.
they looked like me.
Well, and they had some Spanish songs and they were Latinas, but I think that thank you. I think nope, it's glitching. I think that the equivalent was that they had it's really glitchy. Is that better? Not really. Or whatever.
It's okay. Tash will fill us in.
Yeah.
This gives me PTSD every time.
Yeah, me too. The equivalent is that the Latinas existed
Yeah.
in mainstream media, But like I said, like you said, they did sing in English and they spoke in English, and Ricky Martin did it too. He Americanized himself to become more palatable.
Because I never look at Ricky Martin, and I know Ricky Martin and Jennifer Lopez, they're Spanish, but I never look at them like that because they're American.
They're Latinos, right? So Spanish is, if you say someone is Spanish, it means they're from Spain.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like when you say, it's like Latinos is everyone that is Latin American.
Okay,
so
so
everyone
like
from Mexican, correct.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone from Mexico down is Latin American.
Yeah.
Then you've got Spain, which is another country in Europe. The only thing that's similar is that we all speak the same language. Yeah. Well, except for Portugal and Brazil. They speak Portuguese.
Yeah. So, I never looked at them like they were Latinos. I just looked at them like they were American.
Yeah.
And I knew that obviously they were Latino, but because they had Americanized themselves very quickly.
They have.
For a very
and they
long
had
time.
to. They had to, because it's what made them palatable.
To survive.
Yeah, and that's why in the Bad Bunny Super Bowl performance, he had Ricky Martin come out and sing specifically a song called, directly translated, is What Happened to Hawaii. Because what happened to Hawaii was that America colonized them, and they have very little culture left, and it's a very big tourist place, and it's full of just gentrification. And the song it's a Bad Bunny song called What Happened to Hawaii, and what he says in the song is, I don't want what happened to Hawaii to happen to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Right? And in the song, the part that Ricky Martin sings is, they want to take my rivers, they want to take my rivers, they want to take my beach, they want you to leave, they want your abuela to leave. So don't forget who you are, don't forget what's happened to us, because I don't want what happened to us. I don't want what happened to Hawaii to happen to us.
Yeah.
So for then Ricky Martin, who is also Puerto Rican, to sing that song at the Super Bowl performance. It must have been a
life-changing moment for him. Like,
he's this
new bloke coming in, not new, but
young bloke,
Yeah, and he's just like...
I think for the two of them, it was a life-changing experience. I think because...
But I also think it's that generation. Like,
100%.
That first generation of Ricky Martin and all that had no choice. They had to survive in order to make it work.
And then you think, on top of having to Americanize himself, that man had to heterosexualize himself.
Yeah.
Because he is a conventionally attractive man. He was singing songs for the good first portion of his career about women.
Yeah.
That man does not like women.
It worked for him.
That man is a homosexual.
It worked for him. Every woman wanted to marry him.
100% it worked for him. And I feel like, unfortunately, it aided in their career. Yeah. But that's not who he is. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
This young guy came in, flipped the script,
and he's like,
and he's not even apologetic about it, nor should he be.
Every one of his songs,
he's like, this is me, fuck this, fuck
has
you.
Has no songs in English.
Love me or leave me.
Most of his songs mention being Puerto Rican, by the way.
And everybody's like,
sings
I
about,
love this bloke.
Correct. Sings about the political situation of Puerto Rico, the political situation of all of the Americas. You know, like, he has so many people.
That's that new generation. Like, we're breaking the tradition.
100%.
Starts with me.
Yeah. So to see, I think, for him in concert and then be surrounded by Latinos, like, everywhere. People had all kinds of flags. People took all of the South, well, not the South, but the Latin American flags. There was Mexican flags, Cuban flags. There was Argentinian and Uruguayan flags.
You know, I said it to you. Yeah. He was saying things like at the Super Bowl, when he was watching it, he's like, I remember us falling, like, the Super Bowl thing.
Falling asleep,
I've got goosebumps again. It was very thought through. I remember falling asleep on those chairs at parties and stuff.
All Latinos did.
That little bit of information there that was what we would have just thought, it's just part of the choreography.
Yeah.
Was important to people like yourself, like Pedro, that when we fell asleep on those chairs, I remember that was my childhood.
It's a Latino thing that at gatherings, we fall asleep on the chairs and the parents keep singing, drinking and dancing.
So everybody felt a part of it.
Everyone.
From the start to the finish.
Yeah, there was people in all sorts of, like, Latino soccer jerseys, like, everyone took their flags. I mean, like, I saw Uruguayan flags. Fuck, I even saw gay flags.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
and I like that. And without sounding, like, arrogant about it, I think, I said before, obviously my kids really get in touch with their culture. Their dad doesn't really. So they're trying to, like, really get a grasp of it. Georgia dancing and whatnot, doing
Yeah.
tattoos and whatnot.
Yeah.
But also, I think I said before, it really rang home to me when she said, "Hey, Mum," like obviously she's in high school this year, so at the end they called up the new Year 6 captains.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of them were Polynesian kids.
Yeah.
But she was the only Polynesian kid.
Yeah.
The year of her being school captain. And she said, "Oh my God, there's like 4 poly kids." And she's like, "Mum, there's like 4 poly kids for school captain." And in my head, I'm like, yeah, that's really good. Like, so good. 'Cause I'm like,
But for
that's-
her-
yeah, for her, it was representation.
Yeah.
For her, who's second or third generation,
Yeah.
who's trying to grasp it. My husband would have thought the same as me. "Oh, that's so nice. I know Isaac. I know this one. I know that one." But for her, it's like, I was the only poly kid. I didn't look like a poly kid.
Yeah.
She goes, "But when there's 4 poly kids up there," she goes, "How good is that, Mum?"
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, well, that's, wow, representation
Makes
matters.
a difference.
Yeah, and it matters.
Because I wonder if those 4 kids looked at Georgia going, "Hey, she's a poly kid and she's school captain. Maybe I can fucking do it
and
too."
she had danced for, like, the Pacifica and all that, and they were really proud of that.
Huge, like,
so
achievement.
little things like that, I was like, this is where, and without sounding arrogant, this is where shit matters.
It's not arrogant. It does matter. And, like, you don't sound arrogant.
No, but not knowing more about it.
Oh, you mean ignorant?
Ignorant, sorry,
Yeah.
not arrogant, ignorant. Without knowing more about it, because I didn't need to.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Because
And I
everybody
think-
represents me.
I think that,
that
like,
sense.
it's true. No, you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Respectfully, like, yeah. And I think that it matters for all minority groups.
Yeah.
Like, Latino people in my situation, anyone who's not white, let's be fucking honest. Queer people, trans people, like, if you don't see yourself represented in the world, it's very easy to believe you don't belong in
Well,
it.
that's similar to, remember I told you about that racist moment at shops at Woolies?
Mhm.
Did I not tell you about that?
Maybe, maybe not.
When the lady pulled up Chris?
No.
Like he was about to steal? Did I
No.
not tell you about that? Okay, so let me run you down on this.
When was this?
Oh, this was earlier in the year.
Okay.
I thought I told you. I must have told my sister and forget who I tell. Anyway,
Okay.
we always shop at Woolies at St. Clair. I'll call them out. Woolies St. Clair's one guy. I can't remember her name. I should get it now. Anyway, so we always go through every single Saturday or Sunday. It's the same bullshit. We get
It's
two-
the same bullshit.
It is.
Sorry.
It is. You know what I mean?
It's the same bullshit.
Same thing, in and out. You can look up your camera. Same thing. We get 2 trolleys. One we fill with 2 cases of water and a case of Coke. Right? I always have 1 trolley. The other one's filled with all food, everything, so we're not squashing everything.
Yeah.
It comes with the checkout. We put the food through first. Then I'm usually at the front because
Yep.
I pay for that one.
Yep.
Chris at the back, so then he usually says to them, "Oh, and the 2 cases of water and the Coke." Without fail. You can't miss it. It's a fucking full trolley full of drinks, right? So we go through it. Now, he's usually got the trolley right up my ass because the next person's got the trolley right up his ass.
Yeah.
Ready to push it through. Oh,
Yeah.
good, whatever. This lady says to him, and this is again where I had my first incident of racism. And I was like, it's fucking 2026 and this is well and truly alive. I felt like I was crying in the car to my husband. She then doesn't know that he's with me for whatever reason. Obviously, probably because he doesn't look like me or we don't look like we should be together or something. He's got Georgia next to him, right? This is what made me even mad because my daughter was there. She then says to me, I'm like putting it through, I go around, he's waiting. She then says to me, and we've never been told this the whole time we've been shopping. She says to him really loud, now my husband hates it. Nothing but being put on show.
Yeah,
right?
he doesn't like that. He's not someone.
Wait! Stop! As if he was about to run out of the checkout. Now I'm in front of him, but as if he was about to run out the checkout with the fucking trolley.
Yeah.
Wait! So obviously everybody's looking. Just wait right there. I'm looking at Chris, because I'm already like at the front part here, putting the bag. The trolley.
Yeah.
And then he's looking at me like, get the fuck out of here. I'm looking at her. By this point, he can see I'm already mad because now you just put my husband on show for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my hands are going. He knows what to make you fuck. My wife's about to like carry on here.
She's about to fucking swing.
He knows, calm her down. I've got to get myself out of this situation. What the fuck is happening? Anyway, and then she's like, I said, stop. Where are you going with that? And he goes, nowhere. I'm still just here. And she said, well, if you go any further than that, the machine's going to go off. I'm like, and I said, that's funny because that's never happened before, ever, the whole time we've shopped here. And she said, do you know him? And I said, that's my husband and my daughter. Yeah, I do know him.
Yeah, I do actually.
And she said, oh, that's okay. Just move your trolley out through there. This is the tone of it now. Just move your trolley out through there and I'll put it through. So, yeah, what is it? And by that point, I'm like, now I'm even madder. Because if he wasn't with me,
she realized that there was a white lady. Yeah.
If he wasn't with me, if I said, oh, I don't know him,
she
would have put him on show and thought,
continued to treat him like shit.
Serves me right. You were probably going to steal him. And my husband's not very dark
No,
at all.
he's really not.
He's just got a couple of little freckles. He's been mistaken for every other nationality bar what he is,
Yeah.
right? And
He's got a lovely caramel complexion.
yeah, my daughter is there witnessing all this.
Georgia does have darker skin than him,
Yeah,
I think. Yeah,
both my kids probably darker than their father.
yeah.
Anyway, so I was like, what the fuck? I had walked out and I was crying because I was like so angry and it didn't sit right with me. Before we even like finished, I said, because she's like, don't worry about it, it's fine. I said, no, it's not fucking fine. It doesn't sit right with me. And if I don't
you go
say
say something?
something, if I don't say something, I'm going to be kicking myself because
Fair.
now my daughter's watching. So I went straight to the counter, the centimetre part thing there. I said, this is what happened, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, she has been pulled up for that before. And I'm like, but do something about it. I said, because that's fucking disgusting. It's 2026. That's just fucking disgusting. And he's never, ever stolen anything from here. Why the fuck would that be a target now? Anyway, she's like, yeah,
He's never stolen anything from here. Other places?
No, but I'm
kidding.
you know what I mean?
Just kidding.
And we will make it's just now a conscious decision.
yeah.
If she's got one person in the line and every other person has 30 or 40 people in the line, we're not even still going near her.
No.
Because you can go and get fucked, cunt.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Anyway, so we got out to the car and I remember just crying because I'm like, this will never happen to me. It won't.
No.
It will never happen to me. We're in 2026 and it's happened to my husband. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and as sad as it sounds, and I don't want to fucking dampen the mood, but like, could happen to Georgia and Jermaine.
And that's my thing, right? I was more concerned for my son as well in
Yeah.
this because I thought Georgia's probably not going to more than Jermaine is. At
Yeah.
this point, maybe. Anyway, so I said, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry that happened. Like, and my husband, God love him, he was just like, that's okay. It just happened to us when we were younger. And of course, I brought my eyes out even more. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, we used to go shopping with my mum when they were little. Of course, like any mum, his mum's white.
Oh
So
my
they'd go
God,
shopping,
I'm going to fucking
And then
cry.
because we used to do this to my little brother. My mum would say, okay, yeah, go and pick a Hot Wheels car. And so he'd go into the aisle that's got, that's got all the toys and he'd be looking for his Hot Wheels car. And my mum would then come back around or he'd run across my mum and be like, I got the car. So that's what Chris's mum would do. Go and pick a toy. So him and his brothers would go around and they were only little, go around, pick a toy, and then either the mum would meet them back in the aisle.
Fuck, I'm going to sob
And
my
then, so like
eyes
that's
out.
what any mum does, right? But because of the colour of his skin,
And
they
his
would
mum is
say,
white
"Are you
too,
stealing?"
right?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
mum's white as.
Fuck.
Are you stealing? And they would be in their school bags at the front of the store, like all the other school kids do, and yet they'd walk behind them, and there could be 5 other kids in there actually stealing, but because of the colour of his skin, they'd be pinned.
Okay, so I think about this all the time because
I remember coming home and calling call Jodie, that's right.
you called
and
Jodie.
I was like, that's just, and she'll tell me the same thing happens to her son.
Yeah, and Jodie's Aboriginal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think about this all the time. I must admit, like, even though Latinos in Australia, we don't cop that much racist behavior in Australia. Like, maybe here and there, and a lot of like microaggressions, but nothing to the point of being accused of stealing in this country. In the States, however, where there is a larger population of Latinos, we're under fire over there. Especially now with, not to get political, but with all the ICE raids. That's why Bad Bunny doesn't perform in America anymore. He's refused. Really? He doesn't, because he goes, if I do a big concert, all the Latinos are coming, perfect opportunity for ICE to raid.
That is true.
So he doesn't do it in the States anymore.
Put anybody at that risk.
He goes, I don't want to put my fans at risk. So with all of that going on, when it really started to ramp up, I thought to myself, first of all, I actually do have family that live in the States. I have my dad's brother and his wife and 2 kids. So I have 2 cousins and an uncle and an auntie that live there. I've never met them, to be fair, but they're still family and we share a fucking surname and we share a bloodline. So that makes me feel something. And I've spoken to them and they reckon that for now their situation is quite safe. They have their legal documents. They're documented. So,
but again, that whole it's 2026,
right? However, then we got pregnant. We had Austin, and something in my soul, and I still get really upset about it if I think about it for too long. Austin's donut lives in the States.
Oh, he's Mexican.
Well, his parents are Mexican.
Yeah.
I think he was born in the States.
Okay.
But he obviously looks very Mexican because look at Austin.
Yeah.
Right? And we will never know.
No. Yeah.
We will never know. And if him or his family are impacted, and this person who did something so beautiful for us that helped us grow our family, begin our family, could be under threat, and we will never know. And I think about that because of the way he looks.
And again, it might be fine. He might be safe. He might not have any issues. And I'm more inclined to believe that in order to be able to donate your sperm, you must be documented, obviously.
Yeah, all must be done properly.
Correct.
legitimately.
And that's not something I'm super
But I
worried
feel
about.
like,
But
and
the
I don't
threat
know much
of
about
him,
it, but I feel like even with a lot of documents, they're still getting targeted.
yeah, they're getting targeted
Yeah.
and they're being
Yeah.
put in detentions. And then they realize, oh, you're documented, it's fine after like a week.
Whatever happened to fucking not guilty until charged?
I
sort of
know.
thing, you know what I mean? Like,
but
it
not
doesn't-
only that, but even then I still think about like this man has family, he has parents, he has siblings. Like even if you are documented and it's all legal and above board, like that doesn't mean that you're not a victim to these racist
that's
crimes.
what I'm saying. Yeah,
like,
you still are because until you can be cleared, which
yeah,
could
innocent
be the
until
difference between
proven
a fucking
guilty.
week,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be. And who knows what's going to happen?
Children
in that
are
week.
being put in detention, separated from their families. 7-year-olds are being accused of being illegals,
Yeah,
like treated like criminals. Are you kidding? That's insane.
but we also have that here again. Not to get political.
No,
a lot
true.
of islanders that are born here, their parents might have been born in New Zealand, and they're Samoan or Tongan or something.
yeah.
They could have been born in New Zealand and then come here, so they don't know.
Let's not
anything
even get
less.
me fucking
If
started.
they do something wrong, fair enough. They do something wrong. You do the time. You do
Fair.
the time. Fair, but they get deported back to a country
Yeah.
that they don't know.
They don't know.
No.
And I think that like
Like, I don't know if you're doing any better there.
don't even get me started on our First Nations folk, like Aboriginal people here in Australia. Don't even fucking get me started. And I have a lot to say, but I won't. But
Because I'm thinking if that was my husband, not that he's going to be in that situation, hopefully not,
yeah,
but he would be deported to somewhere where he doesn't even know.
he doesn't even know the fucking country.
No.
Nope. He doesn't know the language.
No, that's what I mean.
It's horrific, right? But I went to the Bad Bunny concert and I shook my ass. So
I think we've all dealt with something in
Yeah,
some sense.
fully.
But anyway, that's the reason why I've been a bit MIA on socials. How do you think I've been going on the socials, actually?
you've been killing it, babe.
Yeah, I have, actually.
Honestly,
Yeah, I have, actually.
actually, Rosie sent me a screenshot of something you posted, and she was like, "Bless her soul, she's a millennial," and I was like, "But she's doing well."
Yeah.
Rosie,
I think I said something like that, and then somebody laughed. Or something.
might have been
It must
Rosie, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah,
So I was like, oh yeah, if I can do one thing and take it off her hands, I would do that.
and it's really good because it means people are getting engaged.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've had a great episode today. I think I
I
need
like
to.
the comfort of my own bed, actually.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
I need to piss.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, need to piss. Need to squeeze lemon.
Well, I've got 2 toilets, so take your choice.
Cool, thanks. And 2.
Yeah, I got one here in the hallway, and the one that you see when you walk in the front door. I've got 2 bathrooms.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because
I've only ever used the first one.
yeah
that one,
because this one's always I don't use the shower. I've got 2 complete bathrooms, so this one's got a shower as well.
Fuck, I
Otherwise
did
I've got
not
a
know
shower and a
that.
bath. I'll show you. But I used the shower.
One time I came over and Jermaine was in the shower, so I held my pee. I didn't know I could.
Oh yeah, no, the toilet's still good. The shower I use as a storage unit for like. I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean by
All right. Okay.
that. Yeah.
Anyway,
another toilet.
I'm gonna go do that, and then I have to take you to your doctor.
Just drop me off at the imaging place.
Yeah.
And I'll get my CT scan.
All right, and then I gotta go pick up Maddie, and we're gonna go to the movies.
Well, thank you for accommodating me today. Actually, thank you for setting me up. Thank you for my lunch. Thank you for my blueberry bagel. Thank
That's
you
all
for
right.
accommodating me today.
Whatever you need, girlfriend.
Talk about getting a village behind you. I'm so fortunate. I
I'm
really am.
so fortunate because you'd do the same.
I would. I'm just not fit enough for it now. But if, when I
Well,
am, I would.
you don't have you can't drive, so I won't be
if
having an
anybody
absent
wants to
seizure in the
show
next
for
2
me
weeks.
or come and see me, feel free to let me know ahead of time, and I'll tell you what you can
And are you
bring.
gonna be working from home?
Not this week. I've got all this week off.
But next week you'll be working from home.
Next week, yeah. So by the end of this week, so Friday, I'll probably have to talk about the flexibility of working from home
Yeah,
for another
okay.
week.
All
So I
right,
can work
well,
it
we'll
out.
see you guys next week. I don't know where we'll be next week.
Who knows?
We might be back here.
We possibly could be back
Yeah,
here.
we might have to be.
Mm.
Bye.
Bye.
Actually, I should blur that out because someone's going to fetishize that. See ya!